Sydney awakens as carriers scarred by fire glide into harbor for repairs. Dock hammers ring, sailors grin, ash drifting from armored decks in sunlight. Formidables plates removed, pressed straight, are installed with practiced Australian precision by crews. Indomitable's shaft groans, engineers crawl deep, shocking bearings and couplings for alignment. Logistics officers redraw routes, tracing lifelines from Australia to northern front positions. Quartermasters standardize parts, reducing variance, freeing space across victory ships for munitions. Beer bribes conjure camp, Seabees clear jungle overnight, laughter erupts from Maidstone. Veteran RAF pilots convert to Seafires, trading land runways for decks today. Submarine trenchant stalks Ashigara, periscope feathering under grey swells before firing salvo. 8 torpedoes race, columns rise, cruiser heaves, settles, vanishes swiftly beneath waves. X-craft crews briefed, denied battleships, redirected toward cables and cruisers with explosives. Fleet train balloons, escorts fan outward, tankers align like constellations at dusk. Flag meeting aboard Missouri, Halsey greets Rawlings, naps glint under lamps tonight. Options offered, close coordination, semi-independence, or independent hunting grounds, Rawlings chooses. Combined fleet forms up, British carriers guarding northern flank against weather threats. Mini-air show, Corsairs and Hellcats buzz decks, gunners memorize silhouettes carefully. 17th dawn clouds shroud south, British strike northern targets with vigor today. Runways bloom fire, trains erupt, pilots count losses, ditch near screen safely. Bombardment group advances, radar spots factories, salvos walk inland methodically through darkness. Misses crater roads, workers stranded, incendiaries later finish Itachi's industrial heart overnight. Storms gather, Halsey steers south, hunting clearer skies beyond frontline today. 18th strikes hit Tokyo airfields, British losses light, airfields smolder under smoke. Nagato sheltered cleverly, torpedoes useless, bombs pock hull without killing the battleship. Refuel again, houses snake, flight decks rest under warm Pacific haze briefly. 24th, Osaka targets chosen, Avengers load bombs, pilots breathe quietly inside. Convoy encountered, small carrier KO limps, torpedoes curve toward prey, then strike. De-escorts crumble, coastal shipping burns, British airfields raids continue with determination. Night approaches, radar blips, cap climbs, for torpedo bombers intercepted, then scattered. US night fighters break second wave, third turns back, defeated without contact. Weather seals sky, fleet retires to fuel, Missouri hosts briefing once more. 28th, inland sea targets, flak blossoms, losses rise, resolve hardens grimly. Pilots ditch near screen, rescue boats foam, deck crews cheer returning airmen. 29th, King George V ranges, salvo lands on propeller factory burning. Massachusetts joins, flumes rise visible 11 miles across shimmering horizon to observers. 30th, Nagoya Bay strikes, frigate sinks, merchants burn, coastal craft scatter everywhere. Long swells arrived, typhoon distant, replenishment difficult, decks eve continually under strain. August 1st calm returns, forecasts postpone strikes for several uncertain days ahead. Secret briefing, atomic bomb imminent, fleets kept seaward, awaiting consequences just offshore. Hiroshima burns, flight schedules shift, clouds cancel missions date for safety. 9th, northern strikes resume while Nagasaki suffers unimaginable second detonation that day. Lieutenant Gray spots Amakusa, engine burning, he holds attack course without hesitation. One bomb releases perfectly, escort erupts amidships, sea swallows wreckage and flame. Citation awaits posthumously, mess decks fall silent, hands salute quietly in mourning. Soviets declare war, orders redirect strikes north to support advances by allies. Fleet train already turning home, captains reverse, load fuel hurriedly and ammunition. 10th, strike sink 2 warships, coastal convoys shredded, ground targets demolished extensively. Assessments tally hundreds aircraft destroyed, mostly grounded under smoldering shelters near runways. Another typhoon predicted east, refueling prioritized, admirals meet alongside tanker, exchanging plans. Decision made, detach units homeward, keep lean spearhead off Tokyo for presence. Indefatigable and King George V remain, destroyers screen, cruisers accompany the group. 13th, raids proceed, 20 Japanese aircraft appear, intercepted and downed without losses. Signal mix-up, 2,000 requested, correction arrives, 400 prepared for landings. 15th, decoy zeros lure low, high swarm dives upon escorts in ambush. Seafires outperform, 1 pilot lost, radio failed, remaining return victorious despite odds. Tokyo Bay horizon reveals battleships distant, guns silent, tension immense among crews. Broadcast crackles, hostilities ceasing, maintain readiness, avoid provocative actions until confirmation arrives. Boats lowered cautiously, cameras emerge, sailors photographs through a quiet waters around fleet. Flags still battle-worn, paint scorched. Crews exhale, shoulders finally loosen together. Mess line snake, coffee steams, letters home drafted by lantern in silence. Rawlings pens report, thanks allies, honors fallen, awaits formal surrender from Tokyo. Flashback montage, Sydney workshops, presses thunder, armored plates return shining for duty. Engine rooms churn, stokers grin, shafts true, propellers bite confidently through swells. Supply manifest simplified, crates labeled clearly, deck gangs move seamlessly during transfers. Pilots practice deck landings, LSO paddles wag, hooks catch wires with precision. Trenchant's captain studies charts, tidal currents, escorts, depth contours marked in pencil. Periscope view blooms, target angle perfect, firing solution whispered calmly before release. Explosions thud underwater, oil spreads, crew counts bubbles, notes silence, then cheers. X-craft divers clip charges, harbor mud swirls, clocks tick mercilessly beneath pylons. Cables severed, radios light up, intercept operators grin at transcripts streaming inland. Refueling lines part, typhoon veers west, crews secure, brace stations through night. Weather window opens, deck crews chalk arming marks, loaders hurry to positions. Strike leader briefs, altitude, headings, egress, radios checked twice before engine start. Catapults thunder, Avengers leap, seafires coil above as guardians for attack waves. Flag bursts black, tracers ladder sky, pilots weave, press home their runs. Rail yards shatter, locomotives topple, secondary explosions leap across sidings in flames. Cap tangle zeros, turning fights tighten, seafires climb, strike decisively then reform. Rescue destroyers pivot, whaleboats splash, downed airmen hauled aboard amid cheers tonight. Battleships range again, radar plots, spotters report splashes marching shoreward with regularity. Factories miss, neighborhoods burning, workforce absent, production halts catastrophically by morning shifts. Typhoon edge passes, seas smooth, decks gleam with salt crystals under dawn. Hiroshima news spreads, wardrooms hush, leaders ponder ending beyond imagination at last. Nagasaki follows, smoke columns photographed, Radios carry stunned whispers fleet-wide for hours. Orders shift north. Strike plans were written overnight by exhausted staff with urgency. Camouflage nets folded, bombs rolled, chains clatter across armored decks before launch. Recon photos studied, ships identified, KO marked priority target for immediate strike. Attack forms, sun glints, torpedoes enter wakes like silver knives then detonate. Evening cap persists, through raids detected, interceptions succeed before twilight descends fully. Refuel under moonlight, hoses steam, sailors swap coffee stories, cigarettes between watches. Typhoon eastward threatens, formations loosen, helmsmen thread calmer corridors through scattered squalls. Decision sealed, thin force remains, others withdraw to bases for tanker relief. Japanese sorties dwindling, pilots increasingly inexperienced, interceptions feel lopsided and brief now. Radio confirms acceptance, protocols enforce caution, gunners stand down gradually with relief. Landing parties mustered, weapons issued, hammocks stowed, boots polished awaiting further orders. Harbor silhouettes emerge, mountains blue, smoke trails faint above cities at sunrise. Signal stand by, surrender ceremony pending, maintain vigilance and discipline until instructed. Sailors clean compartments, repaint scars, names chalked remembering absent friends on bulkheads. Rawlings thanks Halsey, handshake firm, photographers capture allied partnership before parting signals. Boats drift beside flagship, chaplain leads prayer, ocean hushes around gathered sailors. Evening colors descend, bugle sounds, sea wind carries final echoes toward shore. War ends softly, steel giants rest, tomorrow begins with rebuilding together united.